Welcome back, my fellow SeaSerpents. This is your boy once again, bringing you something really special. Meet Tim Allen. Nope, Woody Allen. Wait, that's actually a real person from my knowledge. Anyway, we're gonna name him Woody. So Woody is going to be stuck, region locked in Rosewood. We cannot leave, we cannot escape at all, so let's enjoy. So I got a god tier spawn, Woody, Mr. Woody. And the reason I named him Woody is because he's a lumberjack. We spawned in a police station, and the first thing you do in a police station is you absolutely beat down the living hell out of one of these doors. Now to explain a little bit of the run, I'm giving us 3 lives. We cannot leave Rosewood at all. We're region locked here, and the zombies are all urban located, so they're stuck. They're all around the city. So we took a little mini break. I don't know why I'm pantsless. I just feel like going commando, and I'm in my Tiny Walter Whiteys, which is very, very delectable and nice. But we proceeded to beat the door down again, and this door takes forever to beat down. We tend to take another break right here, where I observed, finally, make first contact with some zombies. The zombies utterly scared the shit out of me because they're fast shamblers. They're the default ones, but there's a lot of them in numbers. We get new drip. The new drip is where it's at. We got police gear. This is going to help us protect against the zombies. And once again, we proceed to beat down the door. For some reason, I'm pretty stupid and I didn't know any better, but this led to outside. I'm stupid. I didn't know that. I had no idea it was the case. But anyway, I ended up putting a X mark on the map and marking where we've been. I kind of wanted to do that. I ended up finding another security door. This other security door. Man, this other security door could hold a lot of good loot. Oh my god. We even take a slight little break to relax, chillax until this happened. I was so upset there was another locked door, so I took out all my frustration. Woody was so upset and mad that he just took it all out, and he took it all out on the door. He couldn't break it down whatsoever, so he ended up doing what most sane people do. They fall asleep in an interrogation room during a zombie apocalypse. We ended up sleeping here for a very, very long time, pretty much until day, and then we finally got through the door. This is the face of a man who has lost it all. A man has nothing left to lose. He is utterly mad. We go on a murderous rampage. I was so sick of this. I was like, you know what? I don't need guns. I got a police baton. I'm going to go on a rampage on the town. And that's exactly what I did. I did not care about the consequences of that. We needed to clear out this town of zombies, mainly because they don't respawn at all. And we fucking end up doing it. Why are we here? Just to suffer? Just to exist? No idea. Not an idea at all. But we ended up finding something amazing to cheer Woody up, which was donuts. Oh my god, this was amazing. And of course, it had to be right next to the police station. Zombies wanted to get inside the donut shop so bad, but we needed to defend this with our life. The donut shop is the only thing we had worth living for. A car would be so great to have, especially during the apocalypse, so we could traverse through the town. And just in case we needed to sleep in a car, I ended up looting the thing and ended up finding a Rosewood map, which was really good, until this happened. And just like that, our adventure is quickly coming to an end. We just got bitten right away. Having no idea what to do and pretty frustrated, I tried to defend the zombies from biting me even more and infecting me, and quite frankly, Woody just couldn't handle it. I had to bug out and get out of there, and honestly, a horde came by and just ran us through the town. We needed to get out of there as quickly as possible, and Mr. Woody ended up actually finding a place to stay and medkitting himself up and to patch his wounds. No matter what we do or what we did, that bite was not going away. We had a week until we turned. Woody and I sat for quite a long time, pondering what to do next. What was the next step? What do we do? Do we try and go out in a blaze of glory? Do we get as many supplies as we can for the next person to find it? All these thoughts rushed through our head as we found a blue electric bass guitar. This bass guitar is one of the worst weapons I've ever used in the game, but man does it look cool, and man is it fun to use. Speaking of using it, we ended up using our new electric bass guitar on the intruders that invaded our home. Yes, we ended up using this guitar, and look how slow it is. It's not the best. We ended up raiding into another house, and it was filled with zombies. Somebody to Love by Airplane was blasting at the top of its lungs as we were trying to struggle to survive, and it was a sight to behold. We really were fending for our lives here. Already bitten, we had nothing really to lose, so we just needed to do our best to get supplies and take as many zombies out as we could. We really had not a lot of options. Almost coming to a quick end to our journey, I managed to somehow escape. I have no idea. The tripping method always works against the zombies. We really did just troll them. We broke their ankles very hard, and we managed to get out of there as quickly as we could. And so we did. We ran, and we ran, and we ran. We ran so far away, we had to get away. And there was an entire horde behind us. We took shelter in this inn, and the zombies quickly banged down the doors and the windows, and they got in as quickly as they could. I watched as an endless horde bombarded the inn that I currently was staying in. If I didn't believe in an afterlife, I certainly believed in one now. Me and Woody, we ended up sitting down, accepting our fate. This is what everything we had came to know and love. This is the end. Woody and I awoke in the middle of the night. No idea what was going on. We quickly searched outside the room to see if the zombies were there, and they were. There was still a lot of them inside the inn. We just ended up jumping out the window, somehow not breaking any bone in our body, and we ran as fast as we could out of there. We had the option. We were given the option, and we took it. We ran as quickly as we could into another house where we ended up getting stampeded by another horde. We needed to just fight as many as we could because there was no going back. We had a week until we were dead, and another close call happened. For some reason, I run away like a little bitch. The tactic always works. We ended up getting bit again. We ended up getting injured. For somehow, by the skin of our teeth, we managed to survive once again. There was something in store for us, something great. We just wandered, nowhere to go, lost, afraid, and scared. Best thing to do was watch TV. Finding yourself ambushed by folk you don't know? We have an answer. The new Chum R Us Deluxe Chocolate Cone. Oh yes, the chocolate cone. Come visit us today. This resonated so well with me. And it resonated very well with me to the point where I fell asleep to Billy Idol's Rebel Yell. We all know how amazing that song is. We didn't need supplies anymore. We didn't need anything anymore. The only thing we needed to do was rid the town of these infected. They infected us with their sweet juices, and man, it is disgusting. We don't want to be a part of them. We ended up destroying every single one of them that were inside the apartment, hounding and looking for me. We did not care. Woody and I, we destroyed them with that bass electric guitar, and we did it right. The Rebel Yell was in our bones. We wanted to make sure they all died and paid for what they did. Paid for what they did to humanity. And sure as hell, we took as many out as we could in the process. You guys aren't watching a hero story. You guys aren't watching somebody who you look up to. You're watching the story of a man who's willing to do anything to survive. And he had failed at that task. Meet John Knight. John Knight is our new protagonist. This is John Knight's story. As you can see, John Knight likes to dress and drip. John Knight is drippy as all could be. John Knight has terrible, terrible luck. Like I stated before, John Knight has terrible luck. We ran into our good old pal Woody, who quickly ended John Knight's story. Yes, John Knight is dead. I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I'm gonna give me some negative traits. I'm a smoker. I'm a slow eater. I have Axeman. I'm outdoorsman and I'm wakeful. This was Rachel Gagnon, or however you pronounce this last name. No idea how. We ended up spawning on the opposite side of the town, and hoping that we switched our gender, we would get a little bit more luck, because, call me superstitious, but clearly the guys weren't working out too well. We tried sneaking, and that quickly ended very, very poorly, where an entire horde, well, not even an entire horde, most of the town actually found us. We ended up scavenging into another area looking for some supplies, because we only had a rolling pin, and that house was filled with more zombies. For some reason, I cannot stealth to save my life. We barely managed to escape, and we ran into another house. Now, hopefully this house would not be filled or flooded with zombies, and so to take a quick little break from everything, all the chaos, we ended up reading a nice book. This, of course, because we're a slow reader, took forever to actually read. This is where we were in relation to the map. We were kind of far from any other main area like the police station and all that, and nighttime quickly arose, where I finally utilized stealth. Just like John Knight, I had some really bad luck again. Thankfully, due to the darkness outside, I was able to run into a nearby house that had no lights on, where I murdered the last zombie in there. I closed every single shade I could, and I stole all the sheets I possibly could find to bury or barred up the window so that way none of the zombies could see inside. I crouched through the entire house. I was that paranoid. There were zombies at the door. They were at some point. I ended up stealing every curtain we could from the upstairs and bringing them all downstairs, and I even rummaged through the drawer to eat a quick snack. I think there's peanut butter in there. I'm not exactly too sure, and I had to re-bandage my wounds because they were dirty. This would be our new area of operation. Hopefully it would be able to work out really well for us. We ended up filling a lot of things with water, and I ended up acquiring new drip. I look like the guy from Blue's Clues. Yes, I know, which is really awesome. Like, look at it, the comparison's amazing. I ended up stealthing outside, where I immediately got caught by the zombies that were still hanging around. I really wanted to clear them out, so I lured them a little bit away from the house so that way to aggro all of them at once. I ended up stomping them out because our rolling pin durability was very low. Yes, I ended up doing this over and over again. Let's just say the guy from Blue's Clues, Steve, is not happy to see these zombies. We are taking it all out because we had found a letter and they were in our way of getting in our mailbox, and I was fed up with it. I really wanted to make sure these zombies were nowhere near our house so that way we had safe transportation. We ended up going through the garage to see if they had better gear in there, where we found a metal bar. It isn't the best weapon, but it is a great weapon. We marked our base of operation with a smiley face because it made me happy, alright? I take the little things. Leaving our house during the day, it's 7:10 and the fog is, oh my god, it was like Silent Hill up in here. And we used our new metal pipe on this zombie and it worked really well. I ended up getting back to the police station, but more importantly, rather than police station, I found this place. At first, I thought it was a gym, and I was like, okay, well, I have no idea. The police station is looted. Let me check this out. It turned out to be, it really did turn out to be, and everybody who plays Project Zombie knows, it turned out to be a fire station, which is really good, because if we could get an axe, we have Axeman. What Axeman does increases our attack speed with an axe, and it also increases our damage with it, which is really, really good. You can literally one-shot things with this axe. It could be a pickaxe, it could be a regular axe. They're very useful. We ended up finding a horde down there. There was a lot of zombies, and we kind of needed to recover from our exhaustion, so we jumped the fence. And man, the zombies are so stupid in this game. Also, there was a SWAT zombie right here. We need to keep an eye out for him later, because we could use him. I ended up just saying, screw it. I wanted to see how many zombies were in here. I didn't really care if it cost my life, because loot, I'm a loot goblin. I want to get all the loot as I can, and I didn't expect there to be this many of them. I ended up hopping the fence once again, like a good old person as I was. Like I said, we are Axeman, so we actually have 2 points in axe. Our fitness and strength is very high, and we're doing very good. I ended up going to another house where I ended up stealing this guy's Frosted Flake cereal. and this hoodie because it's going to get colder out. Sure, it's in the middle of July, but at some point it's going to get colder out. We're going to do a quick little skip because I don't want you guys to have to watch every house I loot. So, to update you guys, this has been maybe a couple hours later. Yes, we are in our underwear and we alerted a lot of zombies. It's about 13:40. It originally was like 10 o'clock. So it's been a couple hours. We ended up having to hide in the bathroom away from the horde to recover our exhaustion. There were so many zombies in this little town. It was ridiculous. We ended up taking a nap somehow when there were zombies banging on the door. Literally banging on the door. We only had 2 hours of sleep. I made sure to check the area. I did not want to get bit again, and I wanted to make sure I could actually live, so I ended up checking every room, where I found a zombie in the bathroom who scared the absolute living hell out of me, and our crowbar broke in mid-fight, so I ended up just booking it. I said, screw this, I'm not risking it, I don't care if I'm in my heart-shaped boxers. I ended up doing a pro strat and shutting the door behind us, yes, and the window. But they could easily get out the front door, but thank God the AI in this game is utterly stupid, and we ended up making our way back home. Well, that was probably one of the worst decisions I could make, because the zombies ended up following us. I mean, why wouldn't they? They knew where we went and everything like that, so we had to defend our home. This took forever because I had 0 weapons, but I refused to retreat. I refused to give up. I refused to surrender. I will never surrender. Well, besides Woody and John Knight, but those are the other exceptions. I ended up putting some war paint on our face. Honestly, I thought it'd add to the character. We're kind of going a little bit crazy. I mean, look at the hair. We're just going nuts. We're nuts. I have a trash bag in hand. I ended up finding a hammer, and there was more zombies that just ended up pouring through the house. We needed to defend this. This was like Plants vs. Zombies without the plants. We ended up killing every single zombie that came through. I mean, look at them. They just pouring through. Like, they will not give up. We successfully defended our home, but will it be enough? Will we survive for longer? Find out in the next one. We lost Dr. Cum, bro. We gotta go, bro.
You saved my life so many times.